Assalamu alaikum. I am Jawad Ahmad. Today we are presenting the next class of chapter number 4 that relates with the consumer equilibrium. I have already explained you in the previous class in order to study the consumer equilibrium, the level at which consumer feels that his utility or its requisites are being achieved. So in previous class, we have studied their basic requisite, that is utility. In that class, I have already covered in very detailed form what is utility and what are its different approaches along with properties in order to study it properly. Now going to study its further two types that are being important in order to start studying what is consumer equilibrium. The two types is, first is total utility and the other one that is very important here is marginal utility, also represented with MU. So what is this? Both of them. We will study this in this class, and from very next class we will start consumer equilibrium studies, because we have already covered their requisites, that is utility and its types. So in this class we will study in detail what is total utility and what is marginal utility. Let's come with total utility. The utility utility or satisfaction or power obtained from the consumption of all units of a product. So what is total utility? The utility or the satisfaction or a power that is being obtained from the consumption of all units of a commodity or a product. For example, if you purchase a cold drink and take one sip, so the utility or the power or the satisfaction obtained from the first sip is called initial utility. Utility, we have already studied in previous class, that it is always greater than the subsequent units or subsequent sips. Then we continuously take sips of the bottle, and when we drink all the bottle and the bottle becomes empty, so the utility that has been obtained after taking all the bottle or all drinking bottle is called total utility. There is another product that can give 20% utility. If we consume all such 20% units, the utility that is being obtained is called total utility. If you want to study what is utility, you can click on the I button that I have placed here. This is total utility. Let's study them from the notes. What is total utility? Total utility is the aggregate. Aggregate means total. All utility obtained after consuming all the available units of a product. Such utility is called total utility. We can say that total utility is equal to utility obtained from consuming all units of a product. Next concept or the next type is margin utility. What is this margin utility? Margin utility is the additional utility that is being obtained from consuming additional units. So we can say that margin utility is equal to the change in total utility divided by change in quantity or units. Symbolically, it can be written as change in total utility divided by change in quantity. So it is a utility that is being obtained from consumption of additional unit. For example, you are drinking a bottle and you are continuously drinking it. Subsequently, you decided to move from Coca-Cola to Sprite. Or you decided to purchase another bottle of Coca-Cola and start drinking it. So the additional utility that is being obtained from taking another unit of the product is called margin utility. So basically it is a change in utility or satisfaction that you are continuously being taken from another good. Marginal utility is the additional utility or the satisfaction from consumption of additional unit of a product or commodity. So marginal utility is equal to change in total utility divided by change in number of units. We can also study them through their mutual relationship. What is this? Their mutual relationship. The mutual relationship between them is that when marginal utility is increasing, total utility is also increasing. Or you say that when marginal utility is positive, total utility is increasing. When marginal utility becomes equal to zero, total utility become maximum. When marginal utility is negative, total utility become decreases. So it is three level of relationship between marginal utility and total utility. Let's study this topic with the example of a table or a schedule. Units are, we are consuming continuous units of a product 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Firstly, total utility is at point 1. Total utility is 4, whereas marginal utility is also 4. Total utilities start decreasing, total utility is increasing because it is positive. When marginal utility is positive, total utility is increasing. When total utility is at maximum point, when marginal utility becomes to 0. And when marginal utility is negative, total utility also start decreasing. Let's make a diagram. Diagram shows the relationship between marginal utility and total utility, that total utility is increasing when marginal utility is positive. When total utility is maximum, marginal utility is 0. And when total utility start decreasing, when utility or marginal utility becomes negative. So it is their relationship that we have studied in this class. Let's meet in the next class with the next learning objective.